it all the way to season 4 NBA 2K22. I am a captain. You might deserve a pat on your back because it's been kind of rough right now. But y'all guys been usually asking me in the comment section when I'm not playing on an NBA player type build or I'm not using a new build that I just dropped to y'all boys that y'all wanted to see so bad. I'm usually playing on my PLAYSHOT if it's not my slash and playmaker. When I'm on my playmaking shot creator, a lot of you guys ask me, how did you make your playmaking shot creator? Because we see your playmaker can shoot, it can play defense, it can do all above. But the thing about mine, it's not going to be how everybody else's is. I know the main PLAYSHOT badge count is the 125, 24, and maybe 6 or 7 defensive badges. But I wanted to be able to dunk on my build and lay the ball up and play defense. With this build that you're going to be seeing, this is literally a meta build from patch 1 that still works to this day, and you can still end up making minor tweaks to it. This is what I usually use when I do my Kyrie Irving videos, my playmaking shot creator. That is what he is. You can make him a shot creator or playmaking shot creator. You're still going to get the same name. All it is changing your wingspan on the build to change the name and lowering your pass accuracy on a build just to change the name. So as I'm going to be showing you guys what this build is, and you already can see what this build does. If you haven't seen me use this build in my Stephen Curry video, my Kyrie Irving video, make sure you go check those videos out in the description. As you look at my PLAYSHOT, you might look at my stats to see my stats look kind of different than what you have. Most of y'all might have a 98 mid-range. I don't have a 98 mid-range on this build. Some of you guys PLAYSHOT, as y'all mostly know, like I said at the beginning of the video, it might be 125, 24, and 6 or 7 defensive badges. As I have 8 defensive badges, most of the time I don't use clamps. Most of you might not use clamps either because most of the time you sit in the corner, but I don't use clamps and I be guarding ball. Literally ISO, or I'm using around the screens, and I will still not use clamps because of my defensive settings. It keeps me from really sliding that much. As my defensive assist is on 10, I'm gonna tell you this now. The lower you make it, the more you gotta you got more control of your player, but you gotta actually have some type of stick. Like, it's gonna take you some time to get used to how you slide, how much you tap L2, how much you tap R2. Most of the time, it's mostly just running and not tapping L2 too much. So as you see, this man is trying to go left, right, left, right. He'd get past me here and there, but I recover, and I want him to take 2. I don't want him to take no 3s. The key of me playing defense, how I play defense, I'm trying to keep you from shaking a 3 or try to make you end up making a play or make a reads for your teammates to score. But most of the time, as you see, he's trying to get this 3. He's trying to 3 hunt. I'm going to get bumpy without having clamps on, but as he's trying to move, I'm going to move left or right. I'm holding L2 here and there, but I'm also keeping my right stick up at certain points on playing defense. But most of you guys, when y'all see a 6'2", you already know, mismatch expert, 6'1", 6 foot, mismatched expert. The only reason the best height to make this build is 6 foot, just to get the most expression of mismatched expert. But if you want to build like this to maybe be Kyrie type build, or you don't want to be too small, the tallest I would make a PLAYSHOT would be 6'2", but the lowest I would make a PLAYSHOT would be about 5'11". But I would say the 6 foot, the 5'11", that's too small for me. The 6'1.5" and 6'2" builds, that's perfect for me. But look, I'm gonna teach y'all boys how to make this build. We're gonna make the OG PLAYSHOT on NBA 2K22. I did drop a video when the game first came out, but it was kind of rushed of how the build was created, and it was still a great build, but it could be way better. So I'm gonna teach y'all boys how to make my build, and I'm gonna show y'all how to make the better version of my build for anybody that's looking or asking, how do we make your build and how do we make it the better way? As you can make this build a point guard or shooting guard, I will still choose point guard because if you play rack, you don't want to be at the shooting guard position, especially when you're trying to be the main ball handler. Nobody would be at the shooting guard position. But as we're going to be using the OG pie chart, the yellow and green half and half, you can make a PLAYSHOT build other than using this, but this is the one I use. This is the OG PLAYSHOT pie chart from 2K20. This is one of the most used pie charts in NBA 2K, hands down. From the last 3 years, this is the most used pie chart, especially for a guard. This is the most used pie chart. But as the physical profile on this build, you're going to pick the first pie chart. You want the all speed pie chart on this build because you want to be the fastest you can, especially being on this guard build. Even if you do make this build 6'5", 6'4", that's up to you. But the thing about it, you're not getting the full benefits of what you will be as using it as a smaller guard. Plus, as you having a 97 speed with Hall of Fame playmaking, it doesn't justify of having 99 speed with Hall of Fame playmaking, but you do have the height over having a 6'2" or a 6'1". But the thing about it, as you upgrade this, I'm gonna show you this now. I have an 80 something layup, so at 99 I have an 84, and I have a 66 or 68 driving dunk once I end up lowering my wingspan. But look, as y'all see, when I upgrade this build, I don't upgrade my mid-range all the way, because most of the time I don't usually take mid-ranges, but I still have it high enough so I can green it. That's the reason it's set up like this. But for playmaking, if I would have put my playmaking up at least one more time to 23, I think my build would have been perfect. It would have been perfect set up to how I wanted it, but as you have 1, 23, 22, and I have 8, looking at it how it is now, I put block up, but you don't even need to have your block up to even get chase down blocks on this game. All you need is the badge. So with me actually seeing this and I end up remaking my build, I decided I was gonna change it up. There's 2 other ways I would decide you to make this. As you make this, I'm gonna go for more shooting badges, and I'm gonna go for more playmaking badges, but I will still have the ability to dunk the ball and still have enough defensive badges. Most of the time when I build my PLAYSHOT builds, I usually go for at least 8 defensive badges. 8 defensive badges definitely get the job done. Unless you're somebody that's literally gonna sit corner and never play on-ball defense, you can lower your badge count to possibly 6 on defense. But if you're someone that somewhat guards ball here and there, or you end up playing with randoms here and there, I would prefer you to go with the 8 defensive badges, because you still can guard ball, you still get the job done, and you can still shoot and dunk the ball. As you look at this, I have 1, 24, 24, and I want to end up still getting 7 defensive badges at least. That's all you need. 7 defensive badges, I'm in the green. It's looking good. As you see, I have a 70 layup. Most of the time, you're not going to run in a hole on a PLAYSHOT. You're going to mostly shoot the ball. That's the point of the build. But if you're someone that still wants to drive in, you still have the ability to drive into the hole and get a bucket. But if you're someone that wants to change it up, this is one other way I would want you to do it. As a 1, 24, and 23, 8, all you did was sacrifice 1 playmaking badge, or you can sacrifice 1 shooting badge to get an extra defensive badge on your build. So as you can get 124, 23, and 8, or you can get 124, 24, and 7, it's up to you. You're literally going to sacrifice at least 1 thing to get another thing, especially when it comes to shooting and playmaking for a defensive badge. But as the body type I usually use on this build, I do have defined on my PLAYSHOT. Some of y'all might go slight, some of y'all might go compact. It's up to you. But as of the heights, the best heights to use on a PLAYSHOT, as I told y'all, 6 foot is one of the best heights in the game, but 6 foot, 1 definitely gets the job done. That's the one that really gets the job done. But if you're someone that still wants to have that somewhat height to make the 6'2", make the 6'1.5" PLAYSHOT. As you go to metric system, the actual height for that would be 1.87 meters. So if you want to make it in the metric system, that will be the height you would choose if you want to make a 6'1.5" build. Plus you will still have 99 speed, but now you're gaining 99 acceleration on this build. Or you just make it a regular 6'1". But look, at the end of the day, you're going to go lowest weight on this build, and you're going to go lowest wingspan. On most PLAYSHOTs, that's the low go-to way to go. It's been like that for years. Most of the time when you make long arm PLAYSHOTs, the timing is kind of iffy. It feels kind of weird compared to having a short arm. But as of takeovers that you're going to choose, you got playmaking, you got shot creator, and you have sharpshooter. The takeover I usually choose is sharpshooting. I know in the previous years I usually choose playmaking, but as me being the main ball handler and the main scorer sometimes, I need to have that sharp takeover. But as we get the shades of Kyrie Irving, that's how you know how I got the actual build. Like, this is the reason I actually use the playmaking shot creator. When people tell me the playmaking shot creator is not a Kyrie Irving build, or the shot creator is not a Kyrie Irving build, I don't know what they're talking about. But as we're going to show you these badges, if you're going to pick the 124, 23, and 8, and you got them 2 extra badge points, you're looking in the green. You can add them on defense if you want to, but if you're someone that doesn't care, you put them on shooting and playmaking. But most of the time I set up my badges with this, I usually run this lineup for badges. If you're someone that wants to use green machine, use the green machine on bronze. But if you don't care for using green machine, put Deadeye on Hall of Fame. I'm telling you, it's going to come in handy. Deadeye definitely works. You could use it on silver if you don't care for Deadeye, and you can put it on something else, it's green machine on silver or something. But most of the time I usually run this just in case they end up getting a crazy contest off my blinder shot and they slip right in front of me. But for playmaking, since I have 23, I told you 23 is the sweet spot for playmaking badges on this game. If you can get 23 playmaking badges, especially if they're on gold or Hall of Fame, you got enough badges to do almost anything you need to do, especially ISO, especially set up your teammates to be successful. So look, as you can put bullet passer on silver as you're playing park or gold, it's up to you. And if you're playing rec, I will put it on Hall of Fame or gold. But as of everything else, handles for days, quick first step, quick change, Hall of Fame, and tight handles on Hall of Fame. If you don't want to use tight handles, that's up to you, but it's one of the best badges in the game to stun your defender or break your defender. So if you don't want to use it, it's up to you. But as I'm going to put bullet passer on gold and ballot on bronze, this is the best setup I'm going to be using, to be honest. And I told y'all guys, for defense, that's up to you. To be honest, you could put clamps on if you want to. If your defense is not really like that, it's only a few people I know that could really play defense without clamps, and they say they slide with clamps sometimes because of their defensive settings. So I lowered my defensive settings and I took off clamps, and I usually play good defense without that on. But if you enjoyed this video, you want to make my playmaking shot creator build, my Kyrie Irving type build, make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe, and me and man ChaMoma, and I'm out.